Weird morning habits only Aussies understand. Have you ever wondered why Aussie mornings seem a little different from the rest of the world? From the way we start our brekkie to the sounds of kookaburras laughing at sunrise, and even the obsession with early workouts and coffee, Aussie mornings can feel a bit strange, even to Australians themselves. In this video, we are diving into the quirky, funny and surprisingly practical reasons why Aussie mornings are the way they are. By the end, you'll not only understand it, but maybe even appreciate why starting the day down under is such a unique experience. And hey, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Australia Tales, smash that like button and share your own strange morning habits in the comments. I'd love to hear if you've got a story to add. The crack of dawn. Why Aussies wake up early. If you've spent time in Australia, you'll notice one thing right away. Aussies are morning people. While the rest of the world might hit the snooze button 5 times, Aussies seem to be up with the birds. Literally. It's not just a habit, it's almost built into the culture. One reason is the climate. The Australian sun rises strong and early, and summer days can get really hot by mid-morning. So, people naturally learn to wake up earlier to beat the heat. Whether it's for exercise, work, or even just running errands before the midday sun fries your skin. Then there are the birds. Imagine you're trying to sleep in and suddenly a kookaburra starts laughing outside your window like it just heard the best joke of its life. Or a flock of cockatoos decides to have a screaming contest at 5:30 in the morning. Trust me, no alarm clock competes with that. Coffee culture. The sacred morning ritual. If there's one thing that defines the Aussie morning routine, it's coffee. Not just any coffee. Australians are coffee snobs in the best way possible. Forget instant coffee or big chains. Aussies want their flat whites, long blacks or cappuccinos made perfectly at a local cafe. The coffee culture here is so strong that grabbing a takeaway cup on the way to work isn't just about caffeine. It's a social ritual. You'll see long lines outside cafes even at 6:30 in the morning, filled with traders, office workers and students who all agree on one thing. The day cannot officially begin without that magical cup. And it's not just about the drink. For many, that coffee stop means chatting with the barista, bumping into neighbors, or scrolling through the news before heading off. It's like a mini community check-in before the chaos of the day starts. The Aussie brekkie obsession. Next up, the famous Aussie breakfast. Aussies have elevated breakfast into an art form. You won't just find cereal and toast here. We are talking about smashed avo on sourdough eggs, Benedict banana bread, Vegemite toast, and even breakfast bowls loaded with fresh fruit. To outsiders, this may look strange. Why so much effort for breakfast? But to Aussies, brekkie is more than food, it's a lifestyle. Cafes serve gourmet breakfasts that rival 5-star hotels, and people happily spend their mornings catching up with friends over a long breakfast rather than a late-night dinner. In fact, Aussies spend more money going out for breakfast than almost any other nation. For many, it's the highlight of the morning. The workout craze. Fitness before sunrise. Another thing that shocks tourists is seeing how many Aussies exercise at sunrise. You'll find joggers on the beach at 6 a.m, people doing yoga in parks and whole gyms packed before most offices even open. Why? A lot of it ties back to that climate. Exercising early means cooler air, less traffic, and more energy for the day ahead. But it's also cultural. Australians value fitness and the outdoors. Morning exercise is a way to socialize, feel energized, and beat the stress before it even begins. And honestly, who wouldn't want to start the day running along Bondi Beach or cycling through Melbourne's parks? It's like the country itself encourages you to be active. School runs and traffic quirks. For parents, the morning routine revolves around the school run. This is where things can get hectic. In big cities, traffic jams start early and everyone's rushing to drop kids off at school. But what's funny is that many schools start earlier than in other countries, so mornings are a race against the clock. Add in the occasional magpie swooping season, where parents literally have to dodge aggressive birds while walking their kids, and mornings become even more of an adventure. News, weather, and cricket. Switch on the TV or radio in the morning, and you'll notice something uniquely Aussie. Weather reports are serious business here. People really want to know if it's going to be scorching hot, raining sideways, or bushfire conditions. And then there's sport. Aussies love catching up on cricket scores, footy updates, or the latest tennis highlights in the morning. For many mornings aren't complete without that quick sports fix. The morning surf culture. If you live near the coast, mornings often mean surfing. While most of the world is barely rolling out of bed, Aussie surfers are already catching waves at sunrise. It's not unusual to see surfers heading to work with wet hair and a board strapped to the car. To outsiders that seems bizarre. But to locals, surfing before work is the ultimate start to the day. Refreshing, challenging, and perfectly Aussie. Why do Aussies stick to these routines? Now you might be asking, why do Aussies keep up with these habits, even when they seem strange? The answer is a mix of lifestyle, environment, and culture. Climate. Early mornings are cooler and more manageable. Social culture. Cafes, gyms, and surf spots are community hubs. Health values. Fitness and fresh food are seen as priorities. Practicality. Waking early means avoiding traffic, heat, and chaos. So while these routines might look unusual, they actually make perfect sense once you live here. Closing thoughts. So, there you have it, the quirky, funny, and fascinating reasons behind strange Aussie morning routines. Whether it's waking up with the birds, grabbing that perfect flat white, sweating it out at sunrise, or enjoying a luxurious breakfast, mornings in Australia have their own rhythm. What about you? Do you have a morning routine that's just as strange, or maybe stranger? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget, subscribe to Australia Tales for more amazing and funny insights into life down under. Thanks for watching, and here's to the next Sunrise Aussie style.